welcome back to my channel. In this video I pick out the most expensive as hell makeup I own and I create this makeup look for you guys. Now this video is something that I have been wanting to do for a while. It just seems like such a fun video to do, to understand just how crazy you can go. I think I saw Chloe Morello do such a video where she uses all her high-end makeup, her brushes and all of that combined and creates a makeup look that is outrageously expensive. So that is what I wanted to do. This video is not meant to be bragging or offensive in any way. I just wanted to do this because it seemed fun, and please understand that you can get a look that is very similar or an amazing look by itself using just drugstore products. And I promise the next video that I put up, the next makeup tutorial that I put up, is going to be a drugstore makeup tutorial. And as you guys know, I always maintain a good mix of high-end and drugstore in all of my makeup tutorials because I never like to just stick to one. But since this video is completely high-end, my next video is definitely going to be completely drugstore. So please subscribe for that. If you haven't subscribed already, click the little red subscribe button down there. And also please click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I have a new video up. And yeah, I hope you like this makeup look. Let's move on with the video. Okay guys, so let's begin with the video. I'm so excited. I have picked out all of my most expensive products, I think. So let's begin with the video. But before that, I feel like I do have to explain something a little bit. I hate that I have to explain this, but I feel like I need to. So for those of you guys that have already seen my video that went up on Nykaa TV, you probably know what I'm talking about. In that video, a lot of you complained that my skin tone looks a lot darker than it looks in my own videos, and I look different and just lots of these kind of comments. I know I really don't need to explain myself about this because I really don't care what my complexion looks like on camera. My complexion, I think the color of my skin is like the least of my concerns. If you think I make myself look light on my channel on purpose, I just want to tell you that Nykaa TV's setup and my setup is completely different. The lighting is completely different, the angles are completely different, the setup is completely different, the camera is completely different, everything's different. And just like if you wear a white dress or a neon pink dress, it makes you look tanner than you are. It's the same thing with a white background. Now you might think that my background is white. This is not white, you guys. This is an off-white, beigey cream kind of color. This is white. So you see the difference? This is what white looks like. And when we filmed that video for Nykaa TV, the background was absolutely white. So my skin tone compared to actual white will definitely look tanner because some colors naturally make you look tanner, like white dresses and white nail paints and things like this. So right now, if you see, this is my actual skin tone. My skin tone is NC35. For those of you that have any doubts and want to know, I always share my foundation shades in my makeup tutorials. I've come on camera without makeup so many of times. I don't even know how many times, and I've always shared my foundation shades and everything. So if you have any confusion about my real actual skin tone, you can check my foundation shades. And if you see my face next to this white sheet, you can see it makes me look tanner instantly. Look at that. You see? Now this is my actual skin tone. Now if I was to use a plain white background, this is what it will look like. This is what happens with different lighting, different background, different cameras and things like that. Now I know that I don't need to explain myself, and I honestly do not care what my complexion looks like because all complexions are delicious, all complexions are beautiful, and if you guys think I'm British, that is completely okay. I am just saying all of this for those people that think I fake anything, because I never want you guys to think that I'm being dishonest about anything. I want you to know that there's no trick behind all of this. And if you guys think that I change it in the editing process, you guys, I edit on Windows Movie Maker. It is the most basic editing software of all time. Editing is not my strong point. In fact, editing is something that I don't enjoy about this. Editing is something that I'm slow at. I'm not even good at it. I recently bought a MacBook, but I still haven't understood iMovie. I'm still editing on Windows Movie Maker, and I don't think there's even a feature in Windows Movie Maker about how to increase the brightness and make yourself look fairer, if that's what you're thinking. So yeah, I'm so sorry about this long rant. It's definitely not about my skin tone. It's about making you understand that I would never fake anything, and I'm always honest with you guys, especially for something as petty as my complexion, because that's the last thing on my mind. And for those of you that said that I look different, I would definitely agree. Even I thought I looked quite different from my usual videos. It's because of the angle of the camera. When I am filming, I like to have my camera a little bit upwards, so it's facing downwards towards me, because that's always the most flattering angle of everything in life. Even when you're taking selfies, you're always advised to take your selfies from upwards, facing downwards towards you, so your double chin is gone, your face looks nice and thinner. So when I'm filming my videos, I have this ring light, and then the camera is coming from the middle and it's a little bit upwards, so it's facing downwards towards me, and then I have two bright lights along the sides. But in the Nykaa video, the camera was totally head on, because they prefer that kind of angle and it's their setup, so it's really not my place to say anything. If you take a picture of yourself from the right angle, then from the left angle, one from a below angle and from an upwards angle, you'll see all four pictures look completely different. Okay, angles are magic. Okay, enough of that. Let's begin with the video. So my skincare is always a part of my makeup routine, and I'm going to be starting with my skincare. This is the Face Shop Yehwadam toner. This is the most expensive toner that I own, and honestly it is one of the best toners that I own. It's one of my favorites. This is something that I would say is totally worth it. For my serum, I'm going to use the Body Shop Drops of Light serum. This is definitely the most expensive serum that I own, and honestly this is also one of my favorites. I think I showed the same skincare routine in my previous makeup tutorial as well. For my moisturizer, I'm going to use the Innisfree Black Green Tea Cream. I always like to have my skincare in check whenever I'm doing my makeup, so my skincare is always a part of my makeup because I love prepping my skin. Then for eye cream, of course, I'm going to use my Innisfree eye cream because I hardly use anything else, and this is amazing. This is the Innisfree Orchid eye cream. Okay, now for the makeup, let's begin with the primer. I'm going to use my Benefit PoreFessional primer. Again, one of those products that is completely worth it. It is one of the best primers I've ever used. It's amazing. It's magic for your pores. And like I showed you in my last video, I've been loving the outrageously expensive Marc Jacobs Remarcable foundation, and I love mixing it with my Becca Backlight priming filter. This combination is more expensive than my house, but I love it. So we're going to do the same bougie thing we did in the last video. I'm going to take one pump of my Becca Backlight priming filter and one thingamajig, whatever this applicator is. For this price point, I would definitely expect a pump. I don't like this applicator, but the product is so amazing that I can let it go. For my sponge, I'm using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge, which is not that expensive, and I don't really have expensive sponges because I got this from Dubai, and I love the pack sponges that you get here. Definitely didn't need to buy any kind of high-end sponge. Okay, after spending 4 bajillion years blending that, for concealer I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape. Now to bake the concealed areas, I'm going to use the RCMA No Color Powder. I don't really have a high-end translucent powder. Maybe I need to get some. I do want to try out the Laura Mercier powder. Do let me know your suggestions for any great high-end translucent powders. But for now, this is my favorite. So we're going to get rid of all the creasing and just set under the eyes. I do like to bake around my nose because this kind of helps my nose to look slimmer and contoured. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my Benefit PoreFessional powder. Now you can use this to bake, but this has kind of like a skin color tint. I love using white translucent powders because it brightens up under the eyes. This one I like using to set the rest of my face. And I'm using my Sigma Large Powder F30 brush to do that. Let's use a lip balm. This is the Benefit Cha Cha Balm. I've been absolutely loving this. And now for the brows, I'm going to be taking the Benefit KaBrow. This is in the shade 03. And I'm also taking my brow Zings. This is in the shade 05. And I like to take the powder side. Let's bring you closer. Yeah, that's good. Now I'm gonna take the KaBrow on a Sephora angled liner brush and just map out the brow. Okay, so the pomade is done, and you can see that I haven't applied any pomade in the front portion of my eyebrow. That's because I'm going to apply powder, and powder is going to hold and grab onto the cream portion, and I don't want it to be too stark in the front. So I'm taking my Benefit Brow Zings, and I'm going to pick up the powder side on this pack 100 brush, and I'm going to start over here. You can see there's no cream here, so the powder is going to be a little less pigmented. It's not going to grab, and I always want kind of like an ombre effect when it comes to my eyebrows. And now when I apply it here, you can see it's a lot more pigmented here because we have the pomade base, which is a cream, so the powder really holds on to it. Okay, so the eyebrow is done, and look at the huge amount of difference between both eyebrows. Oh my god, eyebrows give me life. Okay, so I'm back with both eyebrows and one eye done, and I decided to do this purple, golden, orange spotlight eye, and I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette today because this is definitely... Is this the most expensive palette I own? Yes, this is the most expensive palette I own, so I wanted to use this in this video today. So I'm going to be starting with this color over here, the orangey one. It's called Blazing, and the brush I'm using is my MAC 217. So I'm going to be doing the outer corner first, and then I'm going to start dragging it all the way in. I'm going to blend it a little higher because I still want you to see the orange after I'm done with everything. Now I'm going to take my Sigma E45 brush and apply this in the inner corner. You can see the shape of this brush is perfect to do this, and I'm also going to start connecting them. Going back to the 217, I'm going to blend all of this. Now I'm going to take my MAC 224 and take Desert Sand and buff everything up top to make sure everything's super blended. Going back to my Sigma E35, I'm going to pick up Saffron and just put that in the outer corner. Maybe I'll take my 217 for the outer corner. Yes, this is better. Now I'm taking Saffron on the Sigma E35 to put it in the inner corner. And you see I'm holding the brush from its very end because that's how you apply the least amount of pressure. I'm barely touching my skin. If you hold the brush from here, you're gonna apply a lot of pressure unintentionally. So always hold the brush from its far end. If you're working with darker colors, you don't want to apply too much and you want to apply less pressure. Taking my 217 to blend everything again. Honestly, my hand starts to hurt. Now I'm going to be taking my Sigma E36 brush. This is the perfect brush. This is the perfect brush for cut creases or to work in your inner corner. It's just so small. I love how flimsy it is, so it has a lot of give. And I'm going to take the shade Amethyst on it and just start applying that in the inner corner, feathering it in. You see that? It gives a beautiful blend. It still keeps the color and it doesn't make the color go everywhere, which is so important. I'm also going to use the same brush for the outer corner because this is a dark color and I don't want to use a big fluffy brush for this color. Now you just want to connect everything up top. Now I'm going back to Blazing on my MAC 217 and just blending everything, especially blending everything up top. Because with all this blending, you can lose the beautiful orange that we started with, and I still want you to see the orange. Now taking a clean MAC 224, I'm blending everything. Now I'm going to take my MAC 242 brush and I'm just going to wet it with Fix Plus, and I'm going to pick up Celestial on it. And that is going right in the middle. Going back to E36 and picking up Saffron. I'm just blending the corners and cutting the crease a little bit. Now I will be taking the MAC Modern Twist Kajal. This is in the shade Squid. I do feel like a kajal is something you really don't need to spend a lot of money on. I do really like this kajal, but a kajal is something that you do not need to spend a lot of money on because there's so many nice kajals available at the drugstore. And for liner, I'm going to be using my favorite liquid liner of all time. This is the Sigma Line Ace in Legend. Never forget to fill in these white spaces. Okay, we need to add some glitter to this. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner. This is in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and that is going right where the spotlight hits. My lower lash line, I'm gonna take the Humble Sponge Tip Applicator because sometimes a sponge tip applicator can do what no brush can. You see, it looks so nice in the lower lash line. I'm also going to line my lower lash line with the same kajal. Let's curl the lashes. And now I'm going to apply mascara on my top and bottom lashes. This is the MAC in Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. It's a mouthful, but it's a really nice mascara. Okay, it's a really nice mascara. And it's definitely one of my favorite high-end mascaras. Now for some fancy lashes, I'm going to be taking my Islay lashes. These are luxurious mink lashes, and you can see how beautiful the packaging is. And you can see what they look like. These are in the style Flutter Floss. Coming back to the face, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Contour Kit. Now this is also one of those products that I would say is completely worth it. The quality on these powders is just beyond. It is amazing. And I'm going to be using my MAC 116 brush to contour my cheeks and the middle shade of bronzer. Now for lips, I could easily do a nude, but I think I should do something different because I always do nudes. So I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Icon. Look at that! I think this is definitely one of my favorite Huda Beauty lip colors after Bombshell, because Bombshell is always going to be my fave, but this is definitely so beautiful. And now of course I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in Icon. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to apply my blush. This is the NARS blush in Torrid. I was confused whether this is more expensive or MAC is more expensive, but I thought let's go with NARS. This is in the shade Torrid, as I said. And I'm going to be taking it on a Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush. I love angled brushes for blush because I love to apply them going upwards. So angled brushes are my favorite. Now for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. This is in the shade Beige, and here is what it looks like. And I'm taking that on a Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. Oh my god, I forgot how beautiful this highlighter is. Look at that. It is so stunning. Okay, I need to use this more often. This is beautiful. I'm gonna take my MAC 219 and apply that in the inner corner. But I don't want to highlight it too much because I want to keep the spotlight effect. Now taking a MAC 239, I'm gonna apply that under my brow bone. Okay, finally for setting spray, I'm gonna be using my MAC Fix Plus. This is my all-time favorite setting spray, and I don't just use it to set my face, I also use it to wet my brushes, to pick up eyeshadows, and I also use it to prime sometimes and moisturize. This is just a miracle water. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful and learned something new, because I always want you guys to learn something from my videos and do your own makeup and feel beautiful at home. That is what makeup is supposed to do. It is supposed to make you feel like a better version of yourself and give you confidence and just make you feel beautiful and amazing. Please remember that makeup is supposed to be fun. You can recreate this look with whatever products you have at home. My next makeup tutorial video is going to be a drugstore one, I promise. Please like this video if you enjoyed. Do leave your comments down below, and if you want to see other YouTubers create this, I think it's going to be a fun video. Tag them on social media or let them know about this video so we can all recreate this stupendously expensive video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you super soon in my next one. Bye bye.